everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Brooke and welcome. Today's video is going to be an updated foundation routine or face routine or whatever you want to call it. So this is strictly just a video on everything that's going on my face. So we have foundation, concealer, bronzer, all of that. I'm gonna do a tutorial on what I use and how I do it, and I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. So let's get into the video. To start off my full face foundation routine, what I've been using lately, the first thing I normally do, and I do this in the morning time, so I don't really normally do it right before my makeup. I normally just spritz it on my face before, and that is the Honest Beauty Revive and Refresh Elevated Hydration Mist. It smells kind of weird at first. You gotta get used to it, but it's so refreshing on your skin. So I'm just gonna spritz it on my skin. It's like a essential oil, you know, some that you burn in your humidifier or stuff. So it's like that. I can't honestly tell you what it's used for. Oh, this is cool. You can use it under or over makeup, and you can spritz it on your face to refresh throughout the day. So that's cool. I didn't know that. Moving on to my primer. This is the primer that I have been using. It is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I like it. I started to have mixed feelings about it because I didn't really know if it was actually holding on my makeup, because it tended to peel off, a peel off effect on my nose, which was really weird, and I didn't know if it was caused by this or the foundation I was using. So I stopped using the foundation that I was using, which was a high-end brand foundation, and I haven't noticed that it's peeling anymore, so maybe it was that. I don't know. I'm confused on why a high-end foundation would peel off like that. It was really weird. Really weird. So I just put this all over my face, and now I'm just gonna massage it in with my fingertips, so that way it kind of gets a little bit warm with my body heat. I do like how blurring it is. It kind of blurs the lines and stuff and imperfections a little bit before you put on that foundation, which I like. I think that the consistency of it is really thick, so I think it's applying another layer of skin, which I tend to not like that because then it feels so heavy on your face. So I have mixed feelings about it. I've been using it this past month and stuff just to try to see what all the hype is about. Is it worth all the hype that it's getting? I don't know. Moving on, for my foundation and all that stuff, I've been breaking out really bad, if you can't tell, hormonal breaking out. It's been really bad lately, and I know that it's been really bad. So to help with my foundation, because the foundation I use is not a full coverage foundation, it's more of a medium coverage foundation. So I've been taking this Benefit Brightening Concealer, and I just put it on a little brush. This stuff is amazing, amazing. I've had it for a while too, and I barely have even touched it because it's so pigmented that you barely even need any. So what I do is I plop this on any areas that need extra coverage. I even do this on my dark circles because I find that the other concealer that I use for my under eyes and to conceal and stuff, it's a little bit not as brightening, so it doesn't necessarily hide my imperfections like I want it to. So I just plop this on anywhere that has a little bit of redness that needs a little bit of extra coverage. It has gotten better here lately. I've been like taking care of it and like really watching what I eat and drink and stuff like that, so it has been getting a little better, but I don't know if I used like a wrong product, because I did recently change my face wash, and I think that might have caused me to have the reaction that I did, but I will never know because I threw that out because it was burning my face. I let it kind of sit for a few minutes and then I will put my foundation over it. So like as you can see, I'm not blending it out quite yet. I'm letting it sit there for a few minutes. Moving on to foundation, the foundation that I've been loving, and you guys are going to be shocked. The e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I can't rave enough about this. I use it all the time. It's actually really lightweight, really like the coverage of it is, it's weird. It's not a full coverage foundation, and it's not a, like, it's in between medium and full, but it's like more on the full side. So it's not heavy like a full coverage foundation is, but it still does the job at covering up. I am in the shade Pearl, and it's fair with neutral undertones, and I just take a few pumps of this onto my M6 brush. This is the R6 one because it's the rose gold section, but normally they're M6 or Y6 or whatever you have. Then I just kind of buff this into my face. So moving on to concealer, the concealer that I've been loving and been using is the Instant Age Rewind. I use this in a lot of videos, and I almost am out and almost in need to get a new one. So I just put this in areas that you would normally conceal. Under the eyes is a big one. You want that to be really bright. And on the bridge of my nose, under my chin, and any of the problem areas that need a little bit of extra covering, I put it on there. Moving on, this is where I bring in my beauty blender. This one I believe it's the actual beauty blender, but I could be wrong. But it is damp, and I'm going to contour my cheeks. So I've been using a cream contour here lately, just trying it out, and I absolutely love the way it helps carve out the cheeks. So this is the one that I've been using, is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, which they are so affordable. You could get like the whole set on Amazon for I think $22, $23. So they're really affordable. They come in all different kinds of shades. This is the shade Medium Bisque. So I'm just going to use this to contour my face. So I put it along my cheekbones like this, just to carve them out, and do it along this cheekbone, and then I put it along my hairline. I'm gonna start to look a little crazy here, and then I do the bridge of my nose, and then I blend this out into like a U, so that way it doesn't kind of harsh off my nose at the end. Blends down, and then I do the tip of my nose, like the underneath area, so gives it kind of a little shadow there. I look crazy. And then I do underneath my bottom lip to give the definition of a fuller lip. and then I just kind of put it along my jawline, but I'm really careful about this because it could make you look like you have a 5 o'clock shadow, so you want to make sure that you get it a lot blended out really good. Now for powder. The powder that I use to set my concealer is these two. I use this to put underneath my eyes to bake, so that way I can get a little bit more bright under there. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, one of my absolute favorites. I've used this for a really long time, and I continue to buy it. So this is the Matte and Poreless pressed powder. It's just a translucent shade in it. I love this stuff. I've hit pan on it. I've hit pan on several. So then I just kind of blend this into any of the areas that I put the concealer shade. And then I'm just rubbing that into underneath my eye. Just to kind of give that a little bit more coverage under the eye, and then I'm putting this into the center of my forehead. Moving on to set the contour shade, I have been loving using the e.l.f. here. This is just the bronzer palette in the shade Bronze Beauty. So I'm using this top shade, and I'm just going to go over that contour shade just to give it a little bit more definition. Moving on to blush, I'm going to actually be trying out a new blush today because I noticed that I had this and I have never used it, so I'm going to be using it today. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Cocktail Party. It's really pretty. I don't know why I've never used it. Really, really pretty. Let's go in with the lighter shade, Babe. So I'm going to take that powder brush that I used and just kind of blend it out just a little bit more so it's effortless and not so harsh and looking clownish. Moving on to highlighter. These two I have been grabbing for here recently. So it is the Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit, which is an all-time fave. But I've also been grabbing Huda Beauty, and this one is beautiful. So I think I'm going to be taking this one, this like white shade here, mixing it with a little bit of this tanner shade. Moving on, the last step that I do, well, there's like 2 more steps in my full face. I'm going to do my eyebrows. I have absolutely fallen in love with this brow pencil. It is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil by e.l.f. Amazing, I love this brow pencil. I'm going to do my brows real quick. I'm just going to put it in fast forward so you guys can kind of see what I do, and then I'll be right back. and brows are done. I've been really into the full brow look here lately, and I just like how it like forms the top of my face, and I look crazy right now because I have no eyeshadow on, I know. So I just cleaned up my brows, and now I'm going to set them with the 24-hour brow setter. This stuff is amazing. It really does set your brows. It's like really sticky, but it like brushes through them so that way they stay on all day and you don't have to worry about them rubbing off. I slept in this one time. I just did my eyebrows just to kind of test out this setter, and I woke up and they were perfect. Like nothing moved. And I'm a pretty heavy sleeper, like I roll around a lot, so I was really shocked that this actually really did work and set my brows. So I'm not going to be doing my eyes, this is just a face, so I'm gonna jump to my eyeshadow being done, and then we'll do the outro. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Voila. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I had so much fun filming it. I love trying out new products. I love showing you guys the products that I use. A big part of doing makeup and all this stuff is the face part, I think. Yeah, eyeshadow and stuff is fun to play around with, but I think the main part that you really want to focus on and practice on is the face. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit that bell so that way you're notified every time I post. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!